everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverde. Today, how hormones can affect weight loss and what you can do about it.
Plus, understanding Lyme disease and its diagnosis.
And hot diggity dog.
Ooh, I just like
saying that. Yeah, hot diggity dog. We're in the kitchen this morning grilling up all-American hot dogs.
I want relish, pickles, onion, mustard, all of it.
Oh my gosh, I like it plain.
All right, we'll do yours plain.
All right.
The Balancing Act starts right now.
What about sauerkraut?
All right, all right.
Each year, some 300,000 people in the United States contract Lyme disease. And according to the CDC, that number is on the rise. Early detection and treatment can help resolve symptoms and prevent progression of Lyme disease. However, there are still limitations with the current testing modalities that can often take up the valuable time needed for prompt treatment to occur. So here with all the information you need to know is Dr. McCloy from the Integrative Health Center of Maine. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you, Olga. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm glad you're here because, we hear about Lyme disease. We kind of know it's, it's a tick bite, but define it for me. What is it?
Sure. So Lyme disease is an infectious disease transmitted by a deer tick or other ticks as well. It's caused by a bacteria called Borrelia, and it's a big problem in the U.S.
And it's really small. We don't see them, do we?
The ticks can be as small as a poppy seed, and when they're full of blood, they can be as big as a sesame seed. So they're pretty tiny sometimes.
And when they bite us, which can be anywhere in our body, right?
That's right.
What happens?
When they bite us, they need the blood to continue their life cycle, and so these little bacteria and other infections live in their stomach, and they pass across the saliva into our skin and cause infections in our body.
And it can be serious in many situations, right?
That's right. That's right. It can be quite serious. People end up in the hospital. There are some deaths associated. Fortunately, that's rare. The nice thing about Lyme disease is if you catch it early and treat it, it's a relatively easy infection to treat, but not everybody gets detected early.
So when I think about, Lyme disease and these ticks, I'm thinking more the Northeast, wooded areas. I'm not really thinking South Florida. How prevalent is this?
The endemic areas are the Northeast, the middle of the country, but we see Lyme disease in all 50 states and actually all 12 months of the year as well.
So when people are traveling around the country, they really should be aware of it and not think, oh, it's not here.
That's right. It's important to know, what you're going to be running into when you travel to a different area. And when you come back and you get ill, your local physician may or may not be aware of those diseases. So important to educate yourself.
So let's say, okay, let's educate ourselves. Let's say one thinks that they have Lyme disease or they got bit by one of those ticks. What would be the signs and symptoms they have to be alert for?
Sure. The classic signs and symptoms of Lyme disease happen within days to a week or two of the tick bite. And that includes kind of flu-like symptoms. So you get a little achy, fever, your joints might hurt a little bit, maybe a headache, fatigue, things like that. Some people, but not everybody, gets a rash called a bullseye rash or a target-shaped rash. But that happens not every time with Lyme disease. A significant number of people who have Lyme disease never remember a tick bite and they never had a rash and they just get ill. So oftentimes we miss those diagnoses. You mentioned earlier that 300,000 people a year get Lyme disease,
right,
but only about 30,000 people are actually diagnosed. So we're missing it 9 out of 10 times.
All right, so how do you diagnose it?
So Lyme is called a clinical diagnosis. What I mean by that is if you have a good story, you know you're bit by a tick, or maybe you were going camping or going to somewhere where there's a lot of Lyme, and you come back and you develop these symptoms, there's a checklist of 38 symptoms that will run down. If they have every single one of those symptoms and a good story, then they probably have Lyme disease.
Okay.
There is laboratory testing that we do as well. The CDC currently recommends what's called 2-tier testing. What I mean by that is first we do a screening test called an ELISA. This is looking at your immune system's reaction against Lyme disease. If that is positive, we'll send off a confirming test called a Western blot, more information about that immune response.
Okay, and how long does that take?
This is the problem. So it takes days to weeks for that first round, the first tier of the ELISA test to come back. And if that's positive, the CDC recommends setting off another round of testing, the Western blot, which can also take days to weeks, depending on which lab you use.
So you're losing a lot of time, you're still feeling terrible, and who knows what health effects are happening to you in terms of, for the future, right?
This is a big problem. Lyme is fortunately pretty easy to treat when you catch it early. But when you delay the diagnosis or you miss the diagnosis, it can become harder and harder and harder to diagnose and to treat.
All right, which brings me then to this new test that you have now that is faster, timelier, and gives you the results quicker. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, I'm so excited this is now available. As a doctor, I'd love to have a tool in my practice that I can use to confirm that diagnosis. So there's a new test called a Sophia 2 Lyme, FIA assay, and it's basically that first round of testing I was talking about before, the ELISA test.
Okay.
The neat thing about this instrument is I can do a finger prick blood stick for a patient and run that test in 15 minutes or less in my office.
Oh my goodness. From days, weeks to 15 minutes.
That's right. It really, really makes a big difference for my patients and for myself as a doctor.
So the bottom line is if anybody suspects they may have Lyme disease, they should go see their doctor and inquire about this test.
That's right. Very valuable tool that I have in my office.
Great information. Doctor, for our viewers who'd like more information on this new test, where do they go?
They should go to sophia2lyme.com.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Truly appreciate it. Again, it's sophia2lyme.com, and that's Sophia, SOFIA, the number 2, lyme.com, or just check out our website and we'll take you there, thebalancingact.com.
The great American hot dog. It's as American, well as apple pie and the 4th of July. We've been celebrating and enjoying this American food staple forever. I know I did when I was growing up, and I still do. And with us today to help sing all its praises and kick off summer celebrations from backyard to kitchen and anywhere great food and fun come together is Alex Ceylon. She is a mom, an elite athlete, and proud member of Ceylon Packing Company, one of this country's premier family-run manufacturers of hot dogs, sausages, and deli meats. I got through all that, and now I can say welcome.
Thank you so much for having us here. We're so excited.
Oh, I'm so thrilled you're here. By the way, I was a gymnast. What were you?
Professional soccer player.
Really?
Yes.
You go, girl. All right, how much do you love hot dogs? I love hot dogs.
Love them.
And in the summertime, woo!
Barbecuing is where it's at.
By the pool, with the kids, barbecue, maybe some burgers, but definitely a hot dog, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and we have a grill cam today. It's hovering above South Florida. And right now in our grill cam, we're showcasing our grill master, Chris Colley. There he is. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, Olga, Alex, how you doing?
We're doing great. Now, what are you cooking up for us?
Grilling up some delicious Ceylon's hot dogs.
I love hot dogs too, I gotta tell you, it is just fabulous. You like to grill them? A lot of people boil them, but I say grill is the best way to go.
Grilling a hot dog is not rocket science. There is an art to it. The first rule is never put a cold hot dog on a hot grill. Take them from the package, put them on the grill away from the direct heat, let them warm for about 10 minutes or so. Once they come to serving temperature, you can bring them over to the hottest part of the grill and get them golden brown to slightly blackened.
All right, well, you keep going, you do your cooking, and want to talk about you. 5th generation Ceylon,
Yes.
right? Fantastic. You're celebrating something, a big anniversary?
Yes, we are celebrating 150 years this year.
Bravo.
Yeah, which is incredible. We're so proud. Our whole entire family is involved in the business. We have about 125 employees that we consider part of our family as well. So.
And I gotta say, if it's 150 years, you're doing something right, no doubt about that.
You got it.
So that means this hot dog is different because some people will say, well, a hot dog is just a hot dog. Not the case.
Not the case. You know, being a mom, I want the best for my children, as I'm sure you do. So for us, the quality of the product is the most important. Obviously, taste, the meat and the spice. You know, it's all meat. So the taste, the quality, you can't beat it.
That's right. It's the best way to go. And you know your kids are getting a great hot dog. Let's go back to Chris out there. Chris, how do you cook them? How long do you put them on the grill? What's your secret?
I like to pierce the casing a little bit with a cooking fork. End up with something like that right there. That's good stuff.
Oh my gosh, don't you love when it gets toasty on top?
My mouth is watering.
I absolutely love it. Chris, you've got a lot of people waiting there to eat, so keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna show our viewers here these amazing hot dogs. First, I wanna show just huge variety. Which is your #1 seller?
Number 1 seller would be these smokehouse hot dogs. Taste phenomenal. We do also have a couple other options. The skinless wieners my kids love.
Skinless
those
wieners.
are the ones that they die for. We have reduced fat for those who are watching their waistline.
Fantastic.
And can't forget about the beef hot dogs for anyone on a restricted diet. So
that's
we
great.
cater to everybody, which is fantastic.
And of course, toppings are the best part, at least for some people. I'll tell you
Yeah.
how I like it in just a moment. But this has some onions and tomatoes, fantastic. Here we have some chili.
Yeah, we've got chili on there.
All right, and over there?
These are the New York style.
Ooh, sauerkraut.
New York style.
Love that. And then a pickle. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of like the plain girl.
Me too. For me, flavor is king. I just love the way it tastes. So for me, it's just bun and hot dog.
Under the sun.
In the mouth.
I love it. I actually made a couple for both of us here, so here's
Oh,
yours.
thank you.
I know. I wanted to surprise you. Let's go back to Chris. Chris, how about you? How do you like yours?
A Ceylon's hot dog is definitely good with nothing on it, but I prefer mustard, pickles, and hot sauce. That's the Buffalo way as far as I'm concerned.
Sounds good.
That sounds good. All right, any last minute thoughts on the day and your favorite dog?
As far as I'm concerned, these are the best darn grilling hot dogs on the planet.
Completely agree. All right, so for our viewers, Alex, who'd like more information on the hot dogs, where do they go?
Ceylon.com. And we also have social media handles. You know, that's all the rage these days. So Twitter, Instagram, you can catch up with the latest news, recipes, different ideas. Check it out.
That's right, but I'm a plain Jane girl. Chris, thank you so much. I think we're going to join you after this segment and go out there because you're having too much fun.
I look forward to seeing you. When you get here, I'll give you one of these fresh off the grill. A little bit better than those studio dogs.
Ooh, we get a fresh one when we get there. All right, thanks so much for joining us, Alex, and
Thank
happy
you.
anniversary, 150
Thank you.
years. And for our viewers, if you'd like to learn more about this great, tasty hot dog, go to Sahlen.com or just go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Yum, let's take a bite.
If you're struggling with your weight, maybe trying to lose weight or just trying to be healthier, you probably know there are a lot of factors that can affect getting the results you want. For example, did you know that our hormones play a major part in our ability to lose weight? And joining us today to help us learn more is Dr. Jeffrey Kotzen. He currently practices at the Kotzen Center for Women's Health. He's also an expert on hormones and insulin. Also joining us is the lovely Dawn Duty. Dawn is here today to share her own weight loss story. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, doctor, let's talk first about hormones and how they really play a role in women and, and their weight issues.
Absolutely. There's no doubt that the primary issue in weight loss has to do with hormones. There's all kinds of hormones. There's female hormones. There's the most important hormone, which would be insulin. And it's the insulin metabolism that changes everything on how glucose gets into the cells where they need to go. If they don't, that's how fat storage begins, and that's where it goes and becomes problematic for women gaining weight.
And let's talk about the struggle just with women and all these diets that you hear about, all these fad diets, diet pills. I mean, we can name hundreds of them, and none of them work.
Oh, well, that's the problem. The problem, there are so many because none of them work. And I've been doing this for 40 years in my practice, and I can tell you, time and time again, they start off looking pretty good with a short course of something that is artificial, and then they fall back into the same roles all over again.
And it's so frustrating. Now I'm going to bring you in, Dawn. Is that what happened to you?
You know, I really was heavy for about 10 years, but it came on slowly, and I just kept adding, and I would eat more at night. I had a very busy lifestyle. I'd come home from work, I'd have a glass of wine, I'd eat while I was making dinner, and I just put on way too much weight.
And did you try diets and you just went back to the square one?
Yeah, because it was a diet, and you would, it was some kind of fad, and you would try it, or it was caffeine based, and it would make me too nervous, and I developed an anxiety disorder. It was awful.
So, doctor, I'm sure you hear this all the time. I've heard it from people too. So what's the solution here?
The solution is getting back to basics. And what's back to basics is having an appropriate diet along with an exercise program, and to supplement, like what Golo does, is to use a product that is a natural plant-based product that helps with insulin metabolism. It helps get rid of some of the anxieties that you have during the course of weight loss. It helps curb your hunger. It's a perfect product to add to what you're trying to show, which is that Golo is an entire lifestyle change that helps with this kind of product, as well as the increased exercise and appropriate planned eating during the course of your day.
All right, I see here a Golo Smart Card, and I see how you break down the proteins, carbs, vegetables, fats, which is fantastic. It kind of walks you through what you should be eating. You also include a supplement. It's a release supplement. Explain to me then how these two work together and what is in the supplement, doctor.
Okay, so this is Release. Release is a plant-based weight loss supplement designed to balance hormones and improve metabolic efficiency. There are no known side effects, and it's safe to take with medications. Now, this is the ultimate formulation of numerous attempts to come up with just the right amount of each different ingredient so that you attack some of the things that you have to struggle through when you're trying to lose weight. Number one is the emotional aspects. You can get hungry, you can get frustrated, you can get anxious. If your blood sugar is bouncing all over, it can make you fatigued or it can make you very anxiety-ridden. The other things in there help with, again, insulin metabolism, trying to get that glucose more efficiently out of your blood and into the cells where it belongs.
All right, so I always say proof is in the pudding. We have some fabulous before and afters of you. So I'm going to show that to our viewers, and oh my word, look at this. Is that really you?
Yes.
How much have you lost?
I lost 75 pounds. I know, it was amazing.
It's a transformation.
A year ago, I was a size 20, and now I am a size 8. And I just feel fabulous at 66. You know, all my friends on Facebook are like, what did you do? How did you get that way? And I was part of a clinical trial, and so I took my release with each meal. I ate the healthy meals that they laid out, and I followed that plan, and the weight just dropped off. I lost 75 pounds in 8 months.
I mean, it changed your life, didn't it?
It changed my life.
You look you look beautiful no matter what, but you just look fabulous.
And besides that, she's incredibly joyful. I'll tell you, I spoke to this woman maybe a week or two ago for the first time, and what hit me right out of the box is how happy she is right now.
That's fantastic. Doctor, for our viewers who'd like more information on Golo, where do they go?
Golo.com.
Golo.com. That's GOLO.com. I'm looking at all the stuff, the smart card, the foods, the things about the change emotionally. It's almost like a mind, body, spirit, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
It's back to basics.
Back to basics. I love that.
And a lifestyle change, not a diet. I'm going to eat this way forever.
You go, girl. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
All right, and for our viewers out there who'd like more information on Golo, very easy. You can go to Golo.com, as you heard, or just go to our website, thebalancingact.com. Did you know that Social Security does not cover the cost of a funeral? Social Security only pays a one-time $255 lump sum benefit to the surviving spouse and or children under the age of 18. So it's important to have a plan in place and the means to pay for a funeral. One option is to purchase a guaranteed whole life insurance policy from United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, a Mutual of Omaha company. They offer some of the lowest rates compared to other companies. Applying is easy. There's no medical exam, and if you're between the ages of 45 and 85, your acceptance is guaranteed. This type of coverage allows you to leave money to your loved ones to cover the cost of your funeral and other final expenses. The majority of claims are paid within 24 hours, allowing them to focus on healing at such a difficult time.
You know, all I want to do right now is go outside and get my grill out and
eat a hot dog.
Grill me some hot dogs. That's right. By the pool, in the lounge chair.
I love it.
I want to do that
Let's go to my
right
house.
now.
I'm right down the street.
All right, I'll go to your house.
There you go. Remember, come to our house too. Remember to head to our Facebook page and our website and follow us on Twitter.
And don't forget about our Instagram at Julie and Olga. Find fun stuff there.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Do you think she likes hot dogs?
So long. I love them.
She loves hot dogs. Love them.